Hey, thank you so much for buying these giant canvas prints from Ikea. I hope you enjoy them like I have. Um, I wanted to make this video just to help you get over the learning curve that you have to go through with Ikea instructions because they don't have languages. They're not written in many languages. They're written in the wonderful language of pictures. But they're pretty crude drawings, and sometimes you can get pretty frustrated by putting these things together. So I hope you appreciate this little video, and if you don't, that's okay too. I couldn't help myself. I was hoping to meet you guys in person and show them to you, but since that's not going to happen, I hope this is the next best thing. Plus, I like making videos, so it's not a problem. So here are some tips I'm going to give you that you may or may not need. If anything, it'll be out there on YouTube for other people that buy these. I don't think they make them anymore, but I sure hope Ikea continues to make them because they're really amazing. They're quite fascinating, and the technology and the simplicity of these giant canvases are amazing. So I hope this video helps you out. Sorry I didn't get to meet you in person. Maybe I'll get to meet you before I leave Australia. I hope to see some pictures of your new place when it gets all set up. Thanks. The biggest thing I want to teach you is about the number one, the edges. Folding the edges is kind of like if you've ever upholstered furniture, you just kind of play around with it and you'll get a nice corner on it. Also, when you pull the fabric for tightness, you don't want it so tight that it bows. It will cause the whole painting to warp, but you don't want it so loose that it has wrinkles in it. So these little guys, these little straw, they're almost like little straws, and you have a tool to stick them in, and you'll see that. And I'll show you in a minute how to put these in, but it's really simple. They've got, see these numbers on here? There's numbers all along the edges, and you put the first one in at number 1, the second one in at number 2 is a cross, and 3 is over here, and then it goes 4 and 5, and it's got them kind of crisscrossed. So just a quick little idea, just so you can see, there are these little tracks. If I had someone videotaping with me, it would be easier. You just set it in there according to the lines. There's little indication lines. And then you take this tool and you put it inside the thing and you just push it down. I did this all by myself with no help, but I think having 2 people is helpful. When you get to the ends, you got to do the ends. I think what you do is you do all the middles first, and then you just have this thing like this, or you do, I think the ones on the edges are last. And then what you're going to do is you're going to fold these up, and it's like wrapping a present. Get it really tight one side, and you fold in this side, and you wrap this side up and over. It makes for a really nice edge, just like a Christmas present. I thought I'd show you a visual of the pegs and how they get set up. So it's really simple. Screw that into there, and then the back of the painting just hugs on this little ledge. Not sure if you can see it here, but it's a little tiny little ledge that's on here, and that's what that slips onto. Really simple. They're really lightweight and easy to manage. So you would, I can't remember what I did, but the directions tell you there's a way to make sure they're level. I think I put one up first, and then I put a level on top of it. And when I got it where it was level, I held it. I think I had my son help me hang it. Definitely 2 people is useful. I thought, what if you ever need to take it apart? And I'm finding some little things that are helpful. At first I started just prying these out, but I found something that works a little better. if you just very carefully lift up on the canvas, they pop right out. So much easier on your fingers. So if you decide, if you put it all together and don't like it and want to do it again or move it, that's how you can do it. I just thought of a really great idea. Those little white things that you use to push the little plastic things into the frame. I have 2 of them because each one came with one. So I'm going to put them both in the same box for you. I'm going to put them in the rainforest, and they'll both be in there, and that way you'll have 2 of them at once, and you can have someone on either side counting together. So you divvy up the little plastic things, put a person on each side and count together, and that way you don't have to keep going back and forth, which I remember being a real pain. Can you tell I'm a little OCD? Just a little. I just realized I packed up the lake picture, packed it all up very carefully, made sure everything was perfect. All the little, the 20 little bars are inside the tube because that's the only place they'll fit. And I got it all packed up and done, and then realized the brackets to hang it on the wall are still on the wall. So I'm going to put those brackets into the rainforest box as well. So your rainforest box is going to have 4 brackets, but only 2 of them go to that painting. I'll put a note in there too, just in case you don't watch this video. So open the rainforest first. I'll write that on the box too.